1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I make it HOT6 GSL. My conscience is telling me.
2015 HOT6 GSL Season 3
Greetings and welcome to the GSL Code S. We're going to start today off with an interview with our 4 players. It's going to be a fantastic day today.
모든 종족이 모두 출전을 하는데요.
Here he says our Protoss players are doing very well this season in Code S, but we have all 3 races coming out tonight.
소개해드리겠습니다. 가장 먼저 시드를 행사할 선수.
Let's go ahead and meet the
지난
groupie players.
시즌에 군단의 심장 기준으로 첫 4강 진출을 이루면서 좋은 활약 보여주셨죠.
The player who advanced to the semifinals of last season.
안녕하세요.
It's curious.
네, 오랜만에 뵙는데 그 사이에 우승을 하셨어요. 네, 축하드립니다.
감사합니다.
You become a champion since last Code S. He says, yeah, thanks.
그냥 좋았어요.
How did you feel when you won?
다시
Well, I was
느낄
just
수
happy.
있을까 궁금한데 오늘 조는 어떠셨어요?
How do you feel about your group?
생각은 딱히 안 하고 왔고
네.
그냥 오늘 잠을
I haven't really put much thought into it.
잤다라는 생각만 하고 왔는데
네.
좀 약간
I just hope I had a good night's sleep.
올라가야 될 것 같아요.
But honestly, I'm feeling a little bit tired right now, so I better just get 2 quick wins here and advance out of this group
상대
quickly.
선수들 바로 소개해드리겠습니다. 2년 만에 컴백하는데요.
Now let's meet his opponents.
양희수 선수입니다. 안녕하세요.
Back in Code S after 2 is just
네.
Pigbaby. Hello.
자, 그리고
Hello.
KT 로스터의 또 이영우 선수. 안녕하세요.
Also over here is KT Rollster Flash.
네, 오랜만에 뵙는데요. 그리고 마지막 선수죠. SK텔레콤 T1의
And
이신영
finally, over here on the far left is going to be Animation.
네, 자,
These were
모두
poor
오랜만에
introductions for the
뵙는
base
선수들인데,
Terran
자,
gods.
먼저 오늘 1경기를 치를 양희수 선수 먼저 이야기 나눠볼게요. 2년 만에 오셨어요. 네, 저와는 처음
Let's talk
뵙는데
to our
소감
players
어떠세요?
playing first in this match.
2년 만에 왔는데
How do you feel to be back in Code S?
조를 너무 빡세게 만들어
It's been
주셔서
2 years.
그래요.
It's been really
네,
hard to advance,
여기가
but my group today is really
죽음의
difficult.
조로
I feel like it's the group of
일단
death.
1경기의 상대는 좀 어떠세요?
How do you feel about your first opponent?
그래도
네.
나머지 2명보다는 그나마 좀
I'd say he's the weaker player out of the other 3 players.
코드에서 김대엽 선수, 송병우 선수 이런 쟁쟁한 프로토스 선수들을
You've
잡고
defeated Stork
오셨는데
and
오늘은
Stats.
저그와 테란전을
Very good Protoss
보여주셨거든요.
players in Code A.
그래서 자신감 있으세요?
그냥
You only have Zergs and Terrans in your group. How do you feel?
할만한 것 같아요.
네. 자, 오늘의 또 2경기에 나설 2명의
says it's gonna be
테란
an okay group for me.
만나보겠습니다. 참 많은 분들이
I'll just have to
기대를
play it
하시고 일찍부터 많은
Now over here to
분들이 하셨는데요. 먼저 이영우 선수.
네.
네, 오랜만에 뵙는데 오늘 이신영 선수와 태태전을 하게 됐어요. 어떠세요?
So they're playing a
일단
TVT
요새
versus Innovation.
신영이가
How do you
제일
feel about
잘하고
that match?
있는데 테란 중에
네.
그래서 저도 요새 분위기가 근데 전
Personally, I feel that Innovation is the current best Terran right now.
바꿀 수 있을 것 같아요. 신영이를 이기면.
Also, I'm not
오히려
really
좋게
doing that well in
생각하고 있어요.
individual leagues and
굉장히
pro league.
좋은 마인드인 것 같은데
But if I'm able to defeat
자신감
Innovation,
있으실 것 같아요.
I think I could turn this all around here
제가
today.
좀
네.
네, 태태전 같은 경우에는 좀 변칙적인 수를 가지고 있는 선수들한테 조금 까다롭게 생각하고 아무래도 운영적으로 하면 괜찮다고 생각해서 신영이도 워낙에 운영 잘하니까
I'm most confident against macro Terran players. And
이영우
Innovation is
선수가
one of the most
얘기했을 때
well-known
가만히
macro Terran players out there.
이신영 선수
I do feel good about that.
들어보겠습니다. 자, 일단 독일에서 우승 축하드려요.
네, 감사합니다.
네.
Congratulations on your recent
얼마 안
championship in Germany.
됐는데
He says thank you.
피곤하진 않으세요?
오고 나서
Do you feel tired at all from the
많이 못
trip?
자가지고
네.
조금 피곤하기는 해요.
Honestly, I couldn't sleep that much after coming back to Korea, so
이게
I think I'm a
아무래도
little bit
이신영
jet lagged.
선수도 가장 까다롭다고 생각하실 것 같은데 어떠세요, 상대?
How do you feel about your
일단
opponent, Flash?
그 IM에서도 태태전을 제가 조금 많이 지기도 했고 또 갔다 와서도
I lost a few matches at IEM, TVT specifically.
그래가지고
네.
지금
And I
딱히 막
couldn't really practice much TVT
생각으로만 좀
since coming back to Korea.
게임을 하고 왔지
네.
딱히 막 이렇게 준비를 못 해가지고
네.
조금 걱정이 되긴
I've
해요.
mapped out a lot of builds in my mind, but I haven't had time to practice them.
많이 자신감이 없어 보이는데 어떠세요? 좀 괜찮은 것 같아요?
예, 저는 원래 이런 인터뷰 잘 안 믿어서 다들 요새
I don't believe an interview like that from Innovation.
네.
안 믿어요.
그렇죠. 이신영 선수 좀 이런 부분에 특화되어 있는
He says I'm pretty sure he's well prepared today.
저도 믿지는 않는데 자, 오늘의 경기 스코어 좀 예상 좀 들어볼게요. 어떻게 몇 대 몇 정도 나올 것 같으세요?
Any score
2대1
predictions?
나올 것 같아요.
2대1. 이신영 선수는요?
I think it's going to be a 2-1. with me winning.
저도 2대1이.
두 분 다.
Me too. I feel it'll be a
내가
2-1.
올라간다 생각하고 계시는데 어쨌든 올라가면 저그와 프로토스 선수들을 두 분 중에 한 분을 만나게 되는데 어떤 선수 만나고 싶으세요?
Who do you want to face in the winners match if you advance?
그냥 둘 다 만나도 상관없을 것
그래요?
같아요. 네.
이영호 선수는
Honestly, I don't care who I face
그래도
in the winners
저그전
match.
제일 잘하시는데 혹시 저그 예상하고 계세요?
예, 제가 저그전이 좀
So you're very good at
최근에
TVZs.
많이 지기도 했고 그랬는데 그래도 최근에 연습하면서 저그전이 이제 좀
Yeah, I've lost a few
있더라고요,
matches against
제일.
Zerg
네.
recently.
저그전 오늘 하고 싶어요 엄청.
네.
But overall,
따끈따끈한 우승자이기도
against Zerg players in the team house, I'm doing
상관없으세요?
pretty well. I would really ideally want to face off against Curious if I
네,
make it to the winners.
잘하시지만
네.
그래도 저는 스타트는 아무래도 종족으로 보게 되는 것 같아요. 그래서 프로토스가 항상 변수가 많기 때문에 저그가
Even though Curious is a good player.
편한 것 같아요.
그렇군요. 자,
I feel
아무래도
that's
좀
weaker. That race,
패스컵에서
excuse me, the race Zerg is weaker than Protoss right now.
이원표 선수는 이영호 선수보다는 이신영 선수를 만나고 싶으세요?
그냥 뭐 두 선수 뭐 다
Would you prefer to
잘하기
face
때문에
Flash or Innovation if you win?
누구를
As
만나고
well,
싶다
both players are pretty
그런 건 없고요. 근데
네.
Honestly, I don't really have any preference.
연습 때는 테란전이 잘 되는 편인데 이렇게 방송 때는 많이 져가지고
네.
요번에 근데
In practice in the house, I've been doing well against Terran players. But in broadcast tournaments, it's not going so well.
승자전에서 테란전을 하게 돼서 이기게 되면은 이제 다시 분위기도 바꿀 수 있을 것 같고
그렇죠.
네, 기회라고 생각하고
If I'm able to win in the winners match against a Terran player, I think I'm going to be able to really gain a lot of confidence and momentum.
이원표 선수 이제는 결승도 가셔야죠.
네, 뭐참 힘들긴 한데
네.
가려고 노력은 하고 있습니다.
네, 지난 시즌에
Is your goal to advance in the finals for this GSL?
팬들도 아주 좋아하셨는데.
He says, well, it'll be tough, it'll be difficult, but my goal, yes, is to advance to the finals.
일단 오늘 조금 피곤하긴 한데 오늘만
Honestly, I'm a little bit tired right now.
많이 올라갈 수 있도록 하겠습니다.
네.
But if I do well, then I got a week to rest.
자, 양희수 선수
I'm gonna try
2년
my
만에
best to
올라오신
advance
만큼
finally over
코드에서의
to
그 멋진
Pigbaby.
경기력 오늘도 보여주시길 바라고 있습니다. 긴장하지 마시고 오늘 어떤 모습 보여주실지 각오 들려주시죠.
Tell us what your determination is going into today's matches.
네.
I also couldn't sleep well.
올라갈 수 있도록 하겠습니다.
I was actually
네,
too anxious
오늘
about my
이조
group.
선수들은 대체로 컨디션이
But
다들
I'm
안
gonna do my best
좋은
to
좀 시름시름
perform well
앓고
in
계신
advance.
분들인 것 같은데 이영호 선수는 괜찮으세요?
예. 저 잠은 진짜 많이 자는데
네.
경기장만 오면 저는 원래
Well,
피곤한
I, on the other
스타일이라서
hand, slept a lot.
그래도
But I always feel like I
저는
get a little
그래도
bit tired or exhausted when I
그분들에
come to the
비해서는
studio.
좋은 것 같아서 오늘 꼭 올라갈 수 있도록 하겠습니다.
네.
But I feel that my
이분
condition
중에서
is better than
가장
everybody
나으신
else's
것
right
같은데 각오
now.
마지막으로 들려주시죠.
예, 주주명식 안 한 지도 꽤 된 것 같은데 그리고 제가
It's
올라오기만
been a long
하면
time since I've been in the
윤종이가
group selections.
자기한테 권한이 하나 있는데 그걸 줄 수도 있다고 하더라고요. 그래서
오.
Rain
네,
told me that he's going to give
필사적으로 올라갈
me his pick
생각이고.
if I
네.
advance to the group
예,
selection.
그럴 생각이에요.
와, 저에게 그
So I'm gonna
공통
try my best to
쳤던
advance and get there.
그게 바로 그 이야기였군요. 자, 이신영 선수. 네, 마지막으로 각오 들려주세요.
요새 잘 하고 있으니까 오늘도 좀 이렇게 좋은
So
모습으로
I'm doing well recently.
올라갈 수 있도록 하겠습니다.
네, 이신영
I'm just
선수는
gonna carry my
정윤종 선수
momentum
때문에
and show
어떻게
great
보면
matches
지난
in my
시즌에
hopes to advance.
떨어졌거든요.
네,
이신영 선수는 복수하러 가야죠.
네 다시 하면 무조건 이길 것 같아요.
아, 그렇군요. 자신감 있는 모습인데요. 자, 이렇게 오늘
Those
2조의
are knocked
나선
out the other rounds
선수분들
last season, but I
모두
feel like I can do better
만나봤는데요.
this time around.
자, 본격적으로 오늘 연기
That is going
시작하겠습니다.
to do it.
저는 잠시 후
Artosis for
첫
the
번째
interviews.
실사와 함께
Did you get
돌아오겠습니다.
enough sleep last night?
I did, yeah.
All right.
How about you?
So we're at least okay. I slept a good 8 hours, man.
Well, I guess we're in better shape than all of them down there.
All right.
We'd probably get out of this group.
Hey, I'll tell you something, guys. It's tough, man. You see some of these guys, they say that they've come back from just doing a big tournament. That's a long flight. I know that people that are watching this at home, not all of you guys have had, been able to travel, across the globe, but man, the exhaustion, the jet lag that you feel from that is pretty brutal. So
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see how well Innovation actually plays, considering he just got back.
We're pretty intimate with that problem, so totally understand if they're a little bit tired.
Sure. Yeah.
They've been back a few days at least, so I think they'll be able to still put on some good
Usually
games
takes
here.
about a week to adjust from jet lag. So
It normally does. You got to be a real trooper to get through it. But yeah, I mean, as you see here, guys, a lot of Protosses have gotten through already. Will another one get through today? Pigbaby? It's
you know
possible.
what? I don't think so, but I wouldn't mind seeing Pigbaby move on. Pigbaby is the odd man out of this group. He is, I think, just not regarded, at least in the same caliber as Flash or Innovation or Curious. I mean, Curious, guys, he was top 4 last season.
Yeah. And wasn't
that's
it funny
crazy.
during that interview, Pigbaby's like, well, I think Curious is the weakest in the group. It's like, okay, you might feel like your chances are best against Curious.
The thing
but
is
he just
that
won a championship. He
Curious
was just top
might
4.
actually be best in the group.
He might
That
actually be best in the
actually is
group.
not
It's
even
possible.
an unfair statement. So,
So 1/3 of all StarCraft fans are so angry right now. There's
Pulling up
it's
Flash!
Flash and Innovation.
I mean, Flash is good, but
Flash and Flash Jr. Flashlight.
thing is, what?
It's Flashlight. It's like Flash Zero, man.
We'll have to see how Flash does here. Flash is not the guy he was in Brood War, but, you know, it took him a long time to get that good in Brood War as well.
Well, going to be a good day of games. I think every single player in this group has a pretty decent shot of getting out. This is not a group where I can easily pick 2 winners. Even Pigbaby. I think if Pigbaby can take out Curious, he's got a pretty good shot. Like his PVT, in the past at least, looked very good. This is the guy that made like 9 observers in one game, had 5 out at once. Absolutely fantastic. Was a huge fan of him back then when he was playing WCS America. But I guess we'll see how it goes. Flash versus Innovation. I bet a lot of people are excited for that match.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to be, right? I mean, two of the best Terrans that are out there duking it out. This is what Code S has become, guys. It's so competitive. There's so many good players that even right at the start of a GSL Code S, you know, in this case it's in Group E, we already have these 2 guys.
Yeah.
You know, in esports fan fiction sense, this would have been a finals of a GSL. But now here they are. They're in the round of 3-2, and one of them, possibly even both of them, might be eliminated.
By the way, I want to make a bold prediction. I think if Pigbaby beats Curious, I think he absolutely gets out of the group.
Yeah, I think that's not unreasonable.
It's the thing is, I look at like Flash. I'm like, okay, Flash, you might very well take down Innovation, but Pigbaby's the type of Protoss you might have some trouble with. So that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Here is the confidence level. Gotta say, we ranked them all pretty high considering what they're saying here. Jet lag, very sleepy, couldn't sleep, didn't sleep. I'm so tired. I don't know. I think we should maybe put those a little bit lower, but
Bunch of excuses.
that was a Flash fan that put that bar up there. They're like, he's very sleepy. All right, we're gonna put him at 95%.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, let's see how they actually do here.
Well,
Cracks me up. By the way, guys, tell your friends to tune in here at the GSL Code S. We're going to have a great day today. This is the most competitive GSL Code S to date. We've been doing it for 5 years now. It has been absolutely fantastic every season, but this one, this is it. It's the best of the best.
Indeed. Well, it's actually really surprising amount of excuses coming out of pros during interviews. It's like,
yeah, we had just the right number of pros to get just
thing is,
the right number.
I get it. I've definitely done similar things to kind of hedge and be like, well, you know, I'm not feeling too good. But truth be told, like, don't bring excuses, just bring your A game.
Well, here's a shot of our player, Curious. This guy, very solid. He's been around in the GSL pretty much since the beginning, right? Season 2, I think, was when we first saw him.
Long time.
He's solid. He's good. It seems like he's been steadily getting better and better and better.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I mean, never count this guy out. Even after he got top 4, part of me in my mind, maybe my brain is too cemented in this way.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I mean, I think Innovation and Flash are going to get out. Maybe that's a little bit ridiculous, actually.
I think that is ridiculous.
Maybe I should be saying it's going to be Innovation Curious.
I think that Innovation Curious is actually the safest bet, but right now, not a lot of Zergs are having too much success in ZvP overall. It can be kind of tough. It's more and more mech based. So how does Curious feel against mech specifically? We've seen a pretty large range of who's good against mech and who's not, and like how they feel in those matchups. So, you know, that I think it's kind of hard to predict exactly how that goes.
here is Pigbaby. Pigbaby probably looking the most uncomfortable, I'd say, in that interview. A lot of pressure on this guy.
Yeah.
He's a great player. He was having success in WCS America, but the game has changed now. We have, I think, about 95% of all the Korean players back here in Korea.
Yeah.
So they're all now competing on what is a much more competitive front, which is hard to imagine because last year's GSLs were pretty crazy, but they are harder, they are better this time around.
Certainly the case, Tasteless. Can Pigbaby actually make a showing here this season? Well, let's see how good he is right now in PvZ, because I think that beating Curious is a big key. If he beats Curious, I think this says a lot about Curious's play for today, and there's a decent chance that Pigbaby will just get to try against a bunch of Terrans to get out. And, you know, PvT can be a little bit volatile for the player like Pigbaby, and especially when you're against macro Terrans. You know, it's not like he's going up against Maru here.
Yeah, that's true. The game is now loading up. Tell your friends to tune in here. It is Curious versus Pigbaby on the map Iron Fortress. The winner goes on to the winner's match. The loser, the loser's match. As we are very close to getting on to that round of 16. We'll see which 2 out of our 4 players survive.
시즌 3.
In the upper right, in the red, he is.
스베누 큐리어스.
Dun 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 dun. That's the sound of it.
I love the look in his eyes every
Yeah, he's
time.
got that killer look. In the bottom right, in the blue.
지네아 그리닝스 피그베이비.
No, there's something so funny about Curious's look every time. That
Oh, man. There certainly is. Well, the map is Iron Fortress, big 4-player map.
Yep.
Very quick scout here by Pigbaby, so he's going to be able to utilize that information to do his build accordingly. But it's going to be a little bit, like, no one's going to do anything too aggressive from here for sure. But I want to talk about something.
Let's talk about it.
I rewatched that I haven't seen since a little child last night. I rewatched Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
Oh, that's a great movie. I haven't seen that in a long time.
Yes. Me either, but I rewatched it.
Is that the
last night.
second one?
I
Or the
don't
third
remember.
one?
I actually have no,
I think it's
no
the second
memory of what order the Mad Max movie's going, but that was the good one. That was the best one. And I do remember that much at least. And it was really fun to rewatch that movie. I definitely recommend it.
Yeah, I should check that out, actually.
Yeah.
That's totally worth it. I thought they did a great job with the new one, too.
And, yo, the new one was fantastic. And, you know, we were talking about it, like, what characters would we be from the new Mad Max? And we're, like, definitely the guys on the drum car, like, with the guitar and stuff.
Yeah. You and me are the guy on the guitar. That's GSL. Is everybody? All the players are actually the guys driving around fighting, and then you and I are... That's what this is, guys.
Yeah,
That's what this actually is.
That's what... But in Beyond Thunderdome... I'd have to say, Tasteless, I'm mastering your blaster.
I was going to say, you beat me to it. Hey, guys, thanks for coming down here. Welcome to the studio. For those of you guys at home, you can always come to our studio. It's free. It's awesome. You beat me. I knew where this was going.
You knew where it was going when I
going.
brought it up the first second. You're like, he's going to call me Blaster at some point here. So good. Anyways, had to get that off my chest.
No. It's, I knew that we were going to eventually get to Master Blaster so many times.
The joke is too obvious, you know?
Yeah, I felt like this was coming once we...
It's too silly. It's like...
By the way, in this game, we have the Nexus finishing. The Gateway's about to get done. So the Cybernetics core is going to start up. We're still waiting to see any definitive tech here from Curious. It looks like for the time being, he's just going to keep making drones. That is a funny place to put that.
That is indeed a funny place to put that.
Why is that out there?
Well,
why would you put... I have been casting this game for years, and I have not seen someone put a Cybernetics core in a spot like that. Normally, guys, you tuck it away.
Well, the thing is, I guess you'd have to make it to the up and right of that other pylon. Like, that's the only other place that he could put that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's weird.
There's nothing wrong with that.
The thing is, if Zerg gets to that point with, like, Hydras and Roaches, you've already lost.
Yeah, but that's...
I still don't. I mean,
we've never seen
thing is, he
anybody
only
put
has
a
two
cyber
pylons
score
there.
there.
Both there, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, no, this is the best I can do. Okay, it's. I guess that's why, because he wanted to put that over there, and the Cybernetic score. That's kind of where that would have went. Because he only has 2 pylons. They're both at his choke. You know, he has a ramp
Because
there.
it's better he has a core there than the Stargate there. That would have been even weirder. I'm like, why is he making that outside?
But yeah, a little bit.
Well,
not where I would want to
I guess
put
we
it.
haven't seen everything yet.
I'd feel very weird and vulnerable with that there personally. But thing is, it probably won't bite him in the butt when you really look at like the scenarios. It's like that's kind of like why a lot of Protosses like to put their forges near their naturals in Protoss vs Terran. Because it's like, okay, if they destroy your natural, you're dead. It doesn't even matter. Like, the game is over, right? That's like, it's much more likely for them to destroy the main and you to win than the natural and you to win. So, I think it's one of those. It's like, okay, if stuff gets there and kills his cyber core, he's attacking such a huge concave, he's never going to break it. Like, I don't know. It's so weird, though.
Well,
it's just, ew.
It is. It messes up with the feng shui of the base.
Yeah, no, there's no flow here.
We got an Oracle coming up here now in the upper right. And it looks like he'll start to be able to take out some drones over here in the main. Assuming that Curious isn't prepared. I didn't quite see. Did he have a spore there? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. He does have a spore there.
Yeah, he's got a spore in each line, I do believe, at this point. Yeah, and queens all over the place. So this Oracle, not doing so well. Not doing so hot. Total of 0 kills. Quite a bit of health gone. But at least he's taken a nice, fast third base.
Well, we now have 4 gateways here. It's not going to be any kind of aggressive play. He's actually making a Nexus along with this. So this is a great build by Pigbaby. It's very middle of the road, like as far as the way the PvZ meta is right now. Just gets an Oracle out, uses that to expand. He can defend his expansion from Lings with the Oracle as well. And then he just pushes out, makes some gateways, and the teching begins from here.
Well, a bunch of Lings running by this Oracle should make him pull that Oracle back. There's like quite a few Lings out on the map. He's going for over 20, it looks like. And they aren't going to actually do anything at all. There's like easily enough here with or without the Oracle.
Good job there with the force fields. Just cleaning up all the remaining Lings. A lot less utility for those Lings now. Getting to 3 more gateways up and a bit of a wall over here in that third base. Notice the distance between the Protoss' third base and where the Zerg is overall on the map. That's going to be a pretty good spot for Protoss to push from and reinforce. I mean, you might as well have like a proxy pylon kind of in the middle of the map you can harass from, you know?
Yeah. It's interesting as well because Zerg can get there very quick, but I kind of like the positioning because there's 2 ways to attack, straight up the ramp to the third or below the third base where you can come down from the high ground, whereas if he expanded away from the Zerg, he could have come down from the high ground at this third or through the middle or up into the high ground at the third on the left. So kind of I know that was a mouthful, but kind of
it was good.
I'm cool with this, and you're very right. Like, he can stage attacks from this location very quickly, very easily.
So I think the big question for Curious is where does he attack? I don't think he's going to be able to get Protoss' third base here. It's up on that high ground.
Yeah.
There's gateways there, cannon as well. You can always activate Nexus cannon.
Yeah.
So hold up. Oh, okay. For just a second, I was like,
really cute.
I was like, can Hydras hit probes from there?
Oh, that would be so.
I was like, I did not know that until now.
I would hope not. Well, he does pick off quite a few Hydras there. Kind of almost free kills for him, but uses some energy. Pigbaby being careful not to get too far out of position.
Yeah. And it looks like Curious could probably, he doesn't have to push down from this high ground. He can. But I mean, just holding this area like this, what does Zerg do?
Well,
what do you actually do if you're in this spot?
Their blood pressure rises, that's for sure.
Yeah. And we have Blink up here. I'm actually surprised he blinked that much at once there. That means some of the sentries in the front are going to be tanking some damage.
Yeah, it looks like he wanted Zealots to attack immediately, but he's out of sentries now. This is pretty much it. Like, he has to win with Stalkers at this point. He's going to just continually warp into Stalkers.
Unfortunately, some of the Stalkers in the back are actually hitting Overlords here.
Yeah, a little bit of a mistake there. That's actually really smart by Curious. He actually made those Overlords go in there most definitely on purpose. So definitely he missed quite a few shots, like a lot of health. But is picking off a lot of Hydras right now, and with only 8 Hydras and 2 lanes in the way. Like,
well, let's see the next warp in. What is he going to have, like 7 more Stalkers or something like that?
well, not quite. His economy's like kind of poor because
Yeah,
this
you're
is
right.
like
No,
an
as I look
all-in.
at it, yeah, the minerals are actually a bit low here.
Yeah.
Well, it's all going to come down to the Blink Micro. Problem is, Hydras are pretty tough to use the Blink Micro against. They really are. They just deal so much damage. Look at that, how fast that one Stalker gets hurt.
You know, I kind of want to revisit what you said, like blinking all those back and letting sentries tank. Like, thing is, he had a row of Zealots there and Lings were coming, but he should have utilized all the shields on every Stalker. Like, he should have done proper Blink Micro. You know, blink the first row, blink the second row, blink the third row.
Yeah, that was odd that in that moment, especially considering what this build is sort of engineered to do, that he would blink all at once. I mean, that's what makes Stalkers such a beautiful unit, is you can blink them one by one and eke out such a ridiculous amount of damage, potentially not losing a single Stalker in that process if you're good enough at it.
That definitely would have been better than what we saw here from Pigbaby. That's a big difference you'll see with someone like Parting or Hero compared to Pigbaby, but still, he's got a lot of Stalkers, still has a shot in this game, but more Roaches being added in.
I think actually Curious just holds this. It's 151 supply to 90.
I think you're right, but you know, Blink Stalkers are Blink Stalkers with +2 right now, and that's pretty scary. Like, if he just continues to micro very well and Curious makes a mistake or two, definitely could switch around.
Well, he's starting to press forward a little bit here. Unfortunately, this is not the most comfortable position to attack out of, is that ramp. You can see because Stalkers can't quite get the surface area, so that when they blink away, they're not actually re-engaging the battle, they're just stuck in the back.
Now, it seems like he's losing just too many Stalkers each time. Like, I feel like every attack he's losing 1 to 2 Stalkers, and that's too much.
He's attacking Hydras on creep. They're going to always get a better angle.
And Curious is being very meticulous about keeping that concave and moving back as soon as the blinks are occurring. Not going to attack uphill without creep, that's for sure.
Well,
he's even getting a hive at this point. That shows just how confident he is. He's like, all right, I might need to finish you off with a single blinding cloud.
Eat his cake and have it.
He's definitely going to use cake and have it. That's no one else is going to have that cake.
And now we see, now this was probably a better angle to attack in initially here for Pigbaby, but it's just not enough. And this really signifies the end of the game here. I don't know if we're going to see Pigbaby leave necessarily, but I mean, if you notice in the production tab, it's just attacking units being made, so there's no tech, there was no, that was the end of the rabbit hole with that build.
No, you know what, I think that you basically said it all when you mentioned about blinking all the Stalkers back, letting sentries tank. Like, that was not how you should ever do that. You should have eked more damage. Not that that would have won the game. I think Curious probably still holds, but
that was a really bad sign.
There was just like, that was so lazy, you know?
Yeah, I hate
that was like my first ladder game of the day lazy, is how lazy that was.
I mean, that was, I gotta say, for you know, just a strategy that is hinged on having perfect control and abusing Stalkers. Yeah, that big blink at once was just weird. That might have been a misclick, I'm not sure.
Well, you know, think about it. Like, every Stalker is gonna take like 7-8 Hydra hits if you blink perfectly. That's so much health you're saving. That's so much more damage you're dealing out. That's the why you can go mass blink Stalkers and win. But yeah, definitely some sloppy kind of laziness there from Pigbaby.
Map number 2.
Tom Sloppery going on.
Tom Jobbery going on. So we got game number 2 here. It's going to be on the map Terraform. Now, can Pigbaby come back? I think he can win on this map. This is a really weirdly shaped map.
Yeah, it is.
And
it's like a cyclone or something.
It is. It's like a Nestle symbol or something. But let's see what happens. Curious though, probably more than aware of what this map is. There's also gold bases. We could see some shenanigans with that as well.
시즌 3.
In the bottom right, in the red, he is
스베누 큐리어스.
expression. And in the opposite spot, in the upper left, in the blue, he is
지네아 그리닝스 피그베이비.
Baby Pig.
I just want to have like a 3-second video of him calling Pig Dad. Like, hey, Dad. Pig's like, who are you? He's like, but he knows the moment he sees him. He knows it's
You're
true.
Pigbaby, man.
He's like, my
I do
son,
like-
a Protoss player.
I actually like that. I actually like the ID Pigbaby. I think it's pretty
pretty.
memorable.
Oh, I thought you were just saying pretty. I'm like,
No,
like,
no.
I mean, I don't know about that. Is that? Who's it? Is that? It's Leenock?
It's Leenock, man.
What's he doing?
He's here, man. He's got his purple hair here too.
Yeah, he didn't leave it at home. It's,
Well, he was doing. He was sporting the red for a little bit, right?
yeah.
looks
He
good.
switches his hair color a lot.
Mixes
actually.
it up. So we have Nexus coming here first. There it is.
Maybe people didn't know that was Leenock, but we already saw him.
No, one of the qualifications of being a caster is you have to by seeing only pro gamer eyes know exactly who
Oh
it
yeah,
is.
I always know.
That was the first test we had to pass to work here.
Yeah. Oh, I could make so many mean
Oh,
jokes.
thanks for coming down, guys. Welcome to the studio.
Yeah, I hope you guys are
It's
enjoying.
going to be a good day. Kind of crazy that we actually have these 3 good players actually on the just this day in the round of 32.
It's like you show me a picture of, like, literally you just take it from Google, a picture of the eyes of a trout, and I'm like, bit by bit prime.
Well, we got 2 hatches coming down here now. Artos is
That's a human, by the way.
Artos
That's
is
a real person.
tickled by his own joke here.
I only make jokes for myself and for you. That's it.
So, on this map, one important thing to note is, and you can see it a little bit towards the center, these bases over here, these 4 bases in the middle, and kind of the center of the spiral, it's really hard to actually hold those bases because you can be attacked from behind your minerals. So, the real problem, and it starts for Zerg usually on this map, is just how do you expand properly? You could take the upper right, but then you're pretty detached, you know?
You know, there's definitely some cool ways. We've seen a lot of Zergs putting down more and more spine crawlers on this map. I think that's a really cool way to approach. What type of game will Curious go for, I wonder? Because, like, last game he made, like, 20-plus lings.
Yep.
Didn't really do anything with them, just went right into Hydra. But, I mean, he had a pretty good read, right? It was like an Oracle that really did the least I've ever seen an Oracle do. I think he got 0 drone kills.
I think you're right. I think he literally got 0 drone kills. Normally you see at least 1 or 2.
Yeah, even against the Spore.
That
like,
really
if you
is
just turn
like,
on, you can get one, you know?
Yeah, that's basically the minimum.
Yeah.
Is about 1 to 2. So the fact that he got 0 is pretty surprising.
Yeah, so like he kind of felt it out. You know, Pigbaby definitely is someone who can do aggressive builds and play a little bit cheesy. We've definitely seen defensive macro play from him as well, though I don't want to like completely railroad him and say he only does like cheesy stuff. You know, I think that there's a decent chance we'll see some more conservative play from him, possibly against the Terran players. But we'll see about that. Curious, though, looking pretty much on form today. Definitely some good control in that last game.
Yeah, definitely.
A little bit of a move out there. Doesn't look like too much trickiness planned.
It's interesting. He's getting the Stargate after the other gateways.
Yeah, I think that is specifically because he wants to put on some pressure here. Like maybe some three-gate stalker type of play.
Yeah.
With an Oracle that can be really good. Like if your opponent skips ling speed, which
the
is
other
what
thing,
happened.
Too, as a lot of times if they don't see the Stargate right away, they don't get any air defense anyways.
Yeah, yeah.
They just skip that, and then if it comes in maybe a minute later than normal, I know it sounds weird, but if they don't see the Stargate, then they just assume you're not going to make it for the rest of the game. What?
He didn't see the pylon.
Oh my God!
That's actually a really big deal too, because like
it is.
If you just warp in a bunch of stalkers, oh man, that's kind of
unfortunate that he lost that, but well, he's getting his value here.
Yeah, those lings actually did a fantastic job. A ton of lings on the way right now.
Well, this is kind of funny. The stalkers can attack this, but the lings just run away. But he can keep putting pressure on that pylon.
Yeah, and with this many lings on the way, the thing is, this Oracle can clean up quite a bit here. Like, does it clean up lings? Does it try to go and get drone kills instead? We actually don't have spores up, just to throw that out
very
there.
important note here. No spores.
Looks
now,
like
the lings are going to get the surrounds off on the Zealots here. And clean that up, and then probably just try to back up again.
Yeah, the Oracle is on the way, by the way, and that Oracle can basically kill all those Lings right there.
We have the another Oracle about to pop out here. So let's see how much damage he's going to do. Going for the Queen.
Yeah, it pulls it back, actually, to hit more Zerglings here. You know, if he can get rid of the Zerglings, then Stalkers kill everything else, really. You can kind of out-kite everything. But he only has 3 at the moment. Kind of a little bit of a lack of control here, and a lack of focus as well. Like, he started on the Queen, then stopped, and then kind of went after the Queen, and then didn't. And, like, this could have been only Stalkers the entire time, but he only made 3 Stalkers, so, you know, it was a little bit weird. Like, just let the Zealots get surrounded, and...
Yeah, and I think Zerg now can go on the counteroffensive. It's not clear how much damage will necessarily be done by that, but I think Pigbaby was really expecting for that attack to do a little bit more, and now we have 4 more gateways being made. So it looks to me like he wants to do 1 more follow-up attack. It doesn't seem like he's going to try to do any more teching. He's just going to make more stuff, get Blink, and go for it again. He's just YOLO this.
Yeah.
If this was Lord of the Rings, he'd be YOLO Baggins. YOLO Swaggins.
You think he's going to just go Blink Stalkers at this point, like only?
Yeah, I think that's literally what he's going to do.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I don't know if it's good in this case, but that is literally what he's going to do. Ah!
Well, he's going to lose that pylon, unfortunately, and in fact, probably these 3 Stalkers.
Oh.
Well, he does have other
just
Stalkers
yet. No
coming,
Blink
so.
just yet.
Oh,
Almost
man.
has it, but he's going to lose another Stalker first.
Yeah. Some Pigbabery going on right now.
Pigbabery. It's gone from tomfoolery to tomjobbery to Pigbabery.
Well, look, I mean, he's just like making like Stalkers and not really.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're right.
There's not like a lot of micro here and stuff. It's just like attacking and.
Here's the thing. I think Pigbaby already knows he's lost too.
Yeah.
You know that moment when you're coming forward with your all in, and then they come out with more stuff, and you haven't even gotten to their buildings yet, and you have to run away. Well, that's what's happening right now, and I just don't know. You know, I don't know if you can actually recover.
Well, he's got a lot of Blink Stalkers right now, so let's see. You know, we don't really have that much from Curious at the moment. He's having to back up, starting to lose quite a few units here. There's some pro-tossery going on if he wins this game.
Yeah. Well, he's down the mothership core goes. He's pulled drones, he's pulled the roaches, and I gotta say, he's got a decent number of Stalkers here. I mean, he really does. He is doing that individual Blink micro. The question is, will there be enough reinforcements? Now, Hydra Ling is how you beat this, because the Lings and Hydras actually just attack faster than Stalkers do. So even though Stalkers blink away, the damage distribution just comes out much more quickly. And Stalkers are pretty brittle units when you really break it down. If they didn't have Blink, they really wouldn't be that good at all. So, as we see coming forward here now, it's close. I mean, their supplies are basically tied right now.
Yeah, it's, you know, the reason why Pigbaby really actually has a chance here, and I'm so confused, did the Observer just not show it? 25 drones were killed. The Oracle's like snuck in at some point, I think, when we were watching.
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
Stalkers just die.
I don't know if he should have blinked forward there. I think that was actually a huge mistake. I think he thought he was more ahead than he was. Yeah, the Oracles went in there, because actually Zerg is behind on workers, which is kind of crazy. Considering how this game's gone, considering that we don't see Protoss making probes. If you notice the production tab, he's not making probes right now. But it seems like what this game really is a game where we have one player who just seems to have more experience than the other.
Yeah, it seems like, because I've actually really quite enjoyed Pigbaby's play in the past. You know, since he's come back to Korea and rejoined Generic Green Wings, we really haven't seen that much out of him. Not that much impressive stuff, at least. But this series not quite doing it for me, to be honest. Like, there's definitely been some sloppiness, some mistakes. Like, I feel like his builds were like pretty well thought out, but not executed like they should have been. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Also, it just seems like he might be a little bit off overall. Yeah,
he's not on.
No, he's definitely not on. It's I think
The light bulb may be flickering, but he's not on.
Yeah, this is it's unfortunate. Now, let's be real here though. It's even in workers, about 44 to 43. So, Pigbaby did do some damage. Now, the way he's behaving in this game, he just keeps making stalkers, and that's what actually concerns me a little bit. You could actually have this game normalize again.
Yeah, it's possible. But Curious so far has been very smart about the way he's trying to hold it. Like, he's making concaves on his creep. He actually has a counterattack going, by the way, because he did have a changeling inside Pigbaby's base. And Pigbaby doesn't even have a mothership core. That's how much he's only making stalkers. So the counterattack is...
Frankly, I think a mothership...
Oh, he actually went all the way around. Never mind.
I think actually he has to get a mothership core because that's how you're going to win this fight, is to time warp the Lings and the Hydras.
Well, I got news for you. He's not making mothership core.
Yeah, I guess he's not. I don't know if this is going to work then. Let's see, a good number of stalkers. Zerg actually going to go and engage even off creep. I'm a little bit surprised by this. Now look at that. Look how he's one-shots.
Yeah,
you can't abuse that with Blink.
Man. Even has a flank here coming in, and this should be just about it, Tasteless.
Yeah, that's it. Look at the shift clicking here. See, when you have all the Hydras attack one stalker, it's a lot harder to blink. It's a lot harder to blink.
Yeah, it's he's killing them quick enough that no micro is really going to outwit
GG. Curious wins and goes on to the winners match. Pigbaby's not done yet. But I gotta say, after seeing that game and the last game, I think Pigbaby's gonna be in a little bit of trouble here in this GSL Code S group.
Look, if he was a meatloaf, I would stop cooking him right now. I put my thermometer in during that game, and I don't foresee this meatloaf becoming better for more games. I don't think it's going to get out of this group tonight.
Well, we have a visibly shaken Pigbaby here. The stress is really mounting here. The pressure is really on. He's now going to have to face off against either Innovation or Flash. I don't know, man. That's a tough one.
Yeah, it's and especially with that series, it's like, the thing is, these other three players we've seen compete at the absolute highest level in all of esports. Like, they've really shown superb play in the past, and while Pigbaby has shown very good play and won tournaments before and whatnot, I mean, he's not. After that, he's pork chop, not Pigbaby anymore.
We are going to go to a short break. When we come back, I think the match we've all been waiting for, it's going to be Innovation against Flash. Stay tuned.